for me, Three Strikes was that movie where it just took off. You know, immediately it became a hood classic. Let's talk about, you know, how that came about. You know what I mean? How did you and DJ Pooh, you know, come together for this movie?
Yeah, well, I didn't know Pooh. I knew of Pooh, of course, before then, but I didn't know Pooh. And um, I just it was through the audition process, and they were looking for somebody. They couldn't find that guy, and I think auditioning, and then I went in the room, and from there it's just history, man. So I went in, read for casting, read for Pooh, and I heard pretty quickly. You know what I mean? There was a high interest, and then the offer came after that, man, and that was truly a blessing because that was, a starring film with the man who, helped to pioneer Friday. So, you know what I mean? It was just a beautiful position. But Pooh is a man, is just a genius and has his hand in so many things that you know about and don't even know about. He's just that guy, man. So being able to connect with him for a movie like Three Strikes that turned into what it's turned into, like it's forever. You know what I mean? Like it never dies and just travel all over the world. People run up like Three Strikes. I've seen it in French. I've seen it, you know what I mean? Like all kind of stuff. So that's how it came about, man. Just, the good old fashioned way through the audition process.
Now, I heard some rumors that the script was for somebody else. Now, do you know about that? Was this script already made? I heard it was rumors for Snoop and Pac. I hear these rumors. I don't know if
man. And I actually, I think it was initially, I didn't hear Pac, but I think maybe Chris Tucker and Snoop. You know what I mean? But wow. Pooh is of that world. You know what I mean? So I'm sure he had folks in mind when he was, when he was doing his thing and writing the script, you know what I mean? But
right.
I heard, Snoop for sure, but I know Snoop was working and busy and something and couldn't do it. But yeah, man, I think he did have, you know what I mean, a couple of folks in mind initially, and then once the, things started to move and settle in place, you know what I mean? Destiny is what it is. You know what I mean?
Listen, man, everything happens for a reason. At the time, did you understand the impact that this movie would have, knowing that you were working with such an iconic cast?
Nah. You know what I mean? I was, I'm always professional, always humble, always, ready to go. So, you know what I mean? I didn't take the role lightly at all. I knew it was a blessing. It was a leading role with, you know what I mean, DJ Pooh, who had done what he's done. So I knew that it was a blessing and a beautiful thing. But I can't say I knew that it would travel and have legs like this, man. Three Strikes is crazy, man. It's crazy.
Now, I assume that some of those scenes were improv, correct? Those scenes.
Pooh. There was dialogue. We had dialogue, but on the set, between myself and Pooh, we always tried to find the funny within the crevices. And the way you approach it, it was never, if you notice, we always kept it grounded and real. The situation might have been crazy, but to my character Rob, it's always real. It's one of those things where it ain't funny at the time, but it'll be funny 5 years later if you survive it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just kept that was the base for, you know what I mean, the comedy and what we were doing. But yeah, it was a lot of, you know what I mean, brilliant people on there. And so we figured out things on the fly, like, okay, this is a dialogue. This is what we're doing. How can we stretch it this way and that way to maximize this funny,
That's why I said, I got to give you props because in those scenes, you stole the movie. Even that scene when you was just like, yo, I'm tired of this shit. And you just stole like people, in real life situations, that's exactly how we feel sometimes. You
just build up. Yeah, you may or may not do that, but that's how you feel. So to see him do that, man, that's,
all of those
if I had a penny for every time someone, said that to me, man, you know what I mean? It'd be a mountain of money behind me because it's it just resonates with everybody. And you right, man. That's just you feel that build up, and whatever you do in some form or facet of your life. So everybody felt them. But he also felt like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, I can't whoop this dude, you know what I
mean? That's why I said it was a journey that everyone, you know, was with you along the movie and rooting for you at the end in hopes to see you make it out of a situation that, let's be real, coming from where we come from, we always fear these things are happening. You know what I mean? Right, we always feeling like we got 2 strikes against us and one move and we out. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of the reasons why it still has the impact that it has today.